folks, today is around mushrooms and mycelium because I'm mushroom and mycelium obsessed. So I'll show you where I've integrated garden giants and the roles mushrooms play around the place. So this is the manna field, it's 4.5 acres. It was the same as any of those fields over there. Originally I thought it was monoculture ryegrass, but it turns out it was monoculture docks, which we didn't discover till we had signed the paper and came back 3 months later and the whole place was that high in docks. All of these trees, 150 of them, came off those 8 trees between clumps and just branches with the bag wrapped around it. They grew their roots and they were only put in there in February. So they came off the tree with apples and they went into the ground as they are. The actual genetics of the tree's own roots, even though they all came on rootstocks. So I came up the tree onto the tree itself and I took, I'll show you above, it's a bees as well. So I've had bees for 4 or 5 years, but the last year I've been doing a beekeeping workshop on bee rearing in air pot. I'll show you what other ones before we get there. So blackthorn planted that way, hawthorn planted that way as the stable thing. Then we have ash and we have some crab apples and we have a few other buds planted, and that's the shelter bed to create microclimates. This particular section has 127 apple trees of 27 different varieties from seed savers, and these are the ones that I'm air pruning off of. And then it'll be ready to go. But again, like I say, what I want. So I was down to 3 hives and now I've multiplied them up to 7 hives. That was put in February with students from the Organic College.
At what height?
So when I put them in, they were twice the height of
were
that.
they?
And they're a foot under the ground.
Ah.
So, yeah. So I take a bag, I have a good compost and it's wet. I just added water to that. But normally what I do is I chip fresh willow, I let it soak for 24 hours, and then I'd use the water from the willow inside in the compost. This is a growth hormone. So I'll throw that in there, about that much of it. Clean your hand. And set it off like that. Now what I'd also have is I'd have had an aloe vera leaf. So I'd have taken aloe vera, mixed it 50-50 with honey, put it into the blender and I have it in a jar. Then I take the tree and take that off. And I cut like that around. And I go down a couple of inches. You get better at it. You're probably better off practicing with a willow or something. You peel it. And you can see that comes off all the way. So what you want to do is cut the direct flow between there and there. But what happens is that this actually stays alive. As you can see, they're a little bit paler. So the tree is still feeding moisture. If you cut that off and put it in the ground, it wouldn't survive. The tree is still feeding moisture up to it. You can hold that there now, Jeff. If I had my honey and thing, I'd paint it on there because it's antibacterial, antiviral, and it's got growth hormones in it. So I take my bag, it's stuffed in like that, pretty consistent. I hold it like that. You want to take a cut down the middle and open it up like that. And then you turn around and you put it around the tree. You want to come down around here, that part down about an inch or two. You put it around and you wrap it. Now again, at the start you probably want 2 people helping you because your hands wouldn't be. Once you get it like that, then you take the Kerry colours.
Donegal.
You stole the Donegal colours. Is this true?
You wrap it round.
We work together, not against each other.
And then all you do is you just make sure that it's around it all the way by squeezing like that. You take your tape, put it on there. And you get the bag, and you also get a bit of the tree so it doesn't twist around it.
You said honey and aloe vera blended.
Honey and aloe vera, yeah. We
The
get the
whole-
aloe vera leaf inside in the shop, so we just cut it and skin it and take the juice out of it. The only thing I do addition to that now is I have a piece of timber with about 4 or 5 screws on it, and I bang it, and it lets air in and around through it. And it's amazing, even if it's on in 9 months, this doesn't go dry. And then that continues to feed up. Now I've done it at different times of the year, but if you did it from about February on, what happens, because I did a bit more reading into what happens, is that as the tree starts to wake up and the buds start to come out, it sends a chemical down to the roots in order for the tree to get kick-started. But when it comes to the break here, it turns around and just starts forming roots. So that's it. I'll let it go.
How quickly will that process start, the root formation?
See the very bottom one we looked at,
Yeah.
that was done in February with students from the Organic College, and in a month and a half, 6 weeks, the trees that are in the yard were cut off their roots on them. The roots that are on that now probably need to come off, because as they start to go fresh in the bag too long, they start to die back. But I've had trees that have taken up to 9 months or 12 months for the roots to germinate. I have a sweet chestnut there, you can see the lighter leaves in the ditch.
I do.
That's all air pruning off of the original tree, because I want to move it out of the ditch.
So why not continue with rootstock?
Why continue with rootstock?
But why not? Why not just continue just grafting?
Because I want to bring the trees back to their original rootstocks, so the tree has its best potential, and also because the tree can now be planted in a hedgerow or a ditch.
Okay.
So a rootstock is there to restrict the tree.
Okay.
So, and it's designed for and rootstocks are used because they can't really take a seed and grow it and have the same apple. You want a genetic copy, so you need to put it onto something. And it was very easy to take a crab apple or whatever the particular apple was. It didn't matter what the rootstock down was once you had the cut on the top.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing now, instead of trying to fix this onto something else, I'm letting it grow on its own roots, and it'll come back to its full potential.